Praise, honor, glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAHAKWADASH, double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and the sincere. Shalom to the doctrine that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. Um, it's going to be a really, another really quick video on this real ID bill or law or whatever you want to call it that's been passed or being passed, and it's by May 7th. Everybody will have to have a real ID, right? And that brother, I think it was a brother Sean in the camp. He was talking about that, you know, and pretty much this so-called real ID is for, well, really everything, but like for example, like right here, it says at this paragraph right here, it says beginning of May, right, beginning in May, travelers will be required to present a real ID, compliant driver's license or identification card to board domestic flights, enter federal facilities, and access certain secured federal sites. Those who do not present a compliant ID or acceptable alternatives will not be permitted through the security checkpoint. Okay, some alternatives include the other TSA accepted documents such as valid U.S. passport, right, or military ID. Now, I was probably said violent because it's getting ready to start getting really violent out here. Behind stuff like this, maybe not exactly this, but stuff like this, because if you're already a citizen in the U.S., you don't have to do anything, because if you are, you got that star next to your your IDs. You see the example, the sample here. Now, this sounds like quite a few things, but one thing that was running through my mind is which this is not exactly what's going to be the video of. This video is about pretty much Esau is getting ready to start showing his horns, right? But this reminds me of what they get ready to do of Revelation 13, right? What they call registration. That the MOTB, the so-called rice green, or whatever you call it, right? It's going to be a registration. Now, Ptolemy did it. The Romans did it. Quite a few others did it, right? This is no different. So this is why we always say that, yeah, you are, for all you people out there that don't believe that you're a slave, you absolutely are, right? If you're not a slave, then you're so-called sovereign. But nobody here is sovereign, because without this, what did it just does say? Without this, you can't really do anything, man. Right? There are certain things that you just cannot do without this so-called real ID. Well, you already got a real ID, but without this real ID movement, right? Without a compliant ID, without your social security number, without your birth certificate, there are a lot of things that you absolutely cannot do. If you don't have a driver's license, you just can't drive, right? If you don't have identification in general, there's not a lot that you can do. If you say you lost your social security number and you don't know it off the top of your head, and it's just like there's not very much. You're kind of like exiled from society, and you really don't think this mark of the beast is going to be the same thing. In fact, it's going to be even more of a hammer, man. And that's what's leading me to the topic of this video. Things are changing, right? Things are changing, and things are getting wild. And we have been telling you about this for years. About they're going to start cracking down on a lot of things. Nowhere in America's history, right? Was this ever a thing, man? Right? Things are changing. right? Now this is further proven that this is Rome all over again because, like I said, they did the exact same thing. They did the exact same thing, man. You couldn't pass through this point. You couldn't pass through that point. You couldn't do this. You couldn't do that without certain pieces of identification. Now, again, that's always kind of been a thing in America. But when it came to stuff like this, they're looking for that star on your ID. They never did anything like this, right? They never did anything like this. So it's getting wild, man. And Esau is starting to really show his horns wide off, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is coming down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. So he's gonna start getting more and more like uh Isaiah 10 and 1, right? He's getting ready, or was it 1 and 10? Yeah, 10 and 1. He's gonna start making more and more and more unrighteous decrees, right? And it's getting ready to start getting hard for the people. I just saw, and but the thing is, man, we don't panic about stuff like that. You know, us at Great Millstone. I'm talking about us at Great Millstone specifically, because a lot of you other Israelite groups, man, y'all be on some shit, man, right? But us at Great Millstone, we do not panic about that. When I saw, I didn't know exactly what it was until I looked. I'm like, oh, well, I already got it. But even before, before then, if we had to, because I was out when I saw this popped up, and I was like, I'll read it later. But I'm like, because they talk about all citizens must comply, so I'm like, okay, they doing something else again. Maybe I gotta go and get some type of registration or whatever. It is what it is. We just let that go past us, man. Because it's like, yeah, well, it is what it is. It's y'all people that's gonna be panicking, man, right? It's you all out there that's gonna be panicking. Y'all the ones that's out there rioting and protesting, against Trump and all this other stuff, man. You see, the thing is, that is not our fight. Our fight is with those higher ups. Trump is just a puppet, right? Our fight is with the so-called hierarchs, right? That's what our fight is against. Our fight is a spiritual battle, not no goddamn carnal battle where you going out protesting and walking, marching around, blocking off neighborhoods, blocking people from going to work and stuff like that, right? No, we not doing none of that. That's not our fight. That's not what we do. That's not, again, like I said, that's not our fight, right? So we kind of, when I saw that, I was like, okay, if I gotta go get another ID, then it is what it is. But when I saw they say you got to start, I'm like, okay, well, I already got it. But it is what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't panic about stuff like that because we understand that whatever the Lord wants to happen to you is going to happen. There's no point even being, yeah, you fear the Lord, but just always remember that whatever the Lord wants to happen to you is going to happen. If the Lord wants you out of the country, He wants you out of the country. It is what it is, right? And anyway, all this stuff is gonna be burnt up, man. But you people out there, y'all here panicking, y'all here, you know, uh, old black people gossiping about Trump 24/7, you know, and there's always these old people, man, gossiping about, yeah, man, that damn Trump, man, that Trump, man, and it's just like, what are you doing, man, what are you doing? You sitting on your ass just complaining, like, what are you doing, right? Yeah, man, Trump this, Trump that, okay. I just saw a video before I started this video of this guy walking around Walmart, and he was them little cheese singles. They were like $6, right? Um, there were a few other things up there that were close to $10, and in Walmart. And Walmart is usually people's go-to. I go to Walmart a lot, right? That's people's go-to, right? As far as shopping. But now this guy running around talking about, yeah, man, it's crazy. $5, $6 for some cheese. Look, man, this is cheese. And he had a close up on it. You know, years ago, man, we was always looked at as crazy when we said the prices are going to increase. And it really shouldn't have took anybody by surprise. I mean, honestly, I don't even think you have to be spiritual to even see that, right? That this thing was going to happen. As far as that part, there are a lot of other things. Yeah, you need to be spiritual to see. But we've been for years ago. We was always looked at as crazy when we talk about your gas prices is going to shoot up, your food prices is going to shoot up. Everything is going to get expensive. Everything is going to get expensive, right? When it's actually happening, everybody's in an uproar. And it's just like, bro, we've been telling you. What the hell you think we've been telling you? Right? Things is getting wild, man. And if you don't have the Lord, if you do not have the Lord, YAHAWASHI, I mean, what more can we say? If you don't have the Lord, then you're just dry bones. You're one of those bodies that's going to be lying in the street. You're a walking empty casket, man. You're a walking corpse. If you do not have the Lord Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Clearly, look at the state of the people. People don't even know how to drive, man. I mean, they never really did. But right now, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, man, that's all I pretty much got on. I know it's a little more rambling than anything, but some videos is like that. Giving all praise, all the glory to Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. Shalom.